Everything about this is unpleasant and unprecedented. I mean, we're pretty darn proud of the Jeep here in this city. We don't just make it, we invented it. This is the machine that, according to Dwight Eisenhower in his memoirs, won the World War. I mean, we're so proud of it.
So 3 weeks into this strike, and for the first time, WTOL 11 got the chance to talk with Toledo Mayor Wade Kapszukiewicz about it. Now, we've heard about the strike fund for UAW members for weeks now, but we wanted to know how long the city of Toledo can handle it.
We've been making it for 83 years. They've never been on strike before. It's the first time in 83 years that anything like this has happened.
Toledo Mayor Wade Kapszukiewicz says these are not typical times, and he hopes Toledoans can let the negotiations play out. But with no signs of a deal, we wanted to talk dollars and cents. First, what's this strike costing the city?
Every month that the workers at Jeep are out on strike costs the city about not quite $1 million, but almost $1 million in lost general fund revenues from loss of income tax.
So does that mean that city employees don't get paid at some point, or city services would come to a screeching halt?
No justice!
No Jeeps!
No justice!
No Jeeps!
The mayor says no.
If this Jeep strike, or if this UAW strike that affects Jeep turns into a rainy day, no one's happy about that, but at least we planned for it. And so we will be ready from the standpoint of the city of Toledo to meet our obligations. It will not affect the operations of the city of Toledo, not one bit.
So the city could keep filling potholes, but what about Toledo businesses and the overall economy?
Those 6,000 employees, make a total of $36 million per month. So you could think of that, whether you refer to that as purchasing power or buying power, that is an aggregate $36 million loss to the local economy of fewer blue jeans being purchased and fewer trips to restaurants and such.
The mayor says he's a true believer in the process, regardless of all this back and forth between the UAW leadership and the Big Three. And he says he thinks the end result could ultimately benefit Toledo.
While it is true that there is a financial loss to the city right now from lost income tax revenues, when this is resolved, and it will eventually be resolved, these employees will then be getting taxed at a higher wage, and we will be bringing in at that point more in income tax collections than we were before.
Now, the mayor says Toledo's so-called rainy day fund sits at about $64 million right now. He says that money, if needed, would sustain city services should the strike continue. By the way, we checked in with City Councilman George Saratu, who is chair of the Finance Committee. He expanded the numbers and said if every UAW employee was on strike in Toledo, that's both GM and Stellantis, the city would lose about $1.5 million a month. And he did back up that rainy day fund number, saying it'll have about $64 million by the end of this year.